leaked from the Wuhan Institute of Virology. I mean, okay, so I understand. I guess I'm a little frustrated. So I understand that this stuff has to work its way through the process, work its way through the system. And like you said, Gordon Chang was on Tucker Carlson. You've been on Newsmax or OAN. I guess this is what I go. Do you have Republicans? I hear Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz was on it, and apparently that's why they seem to have ripped him a new one. But do you hear more? Are there Republicans that want to know more, that are fighting to know more about this? Is there a sense of complacency on the Hill? What's going on with this?
Well, a lot of I guess you would call the Republicans who have been there a long time, the swampy Republicans, are a little more hesitant to go out there and really say anything. From what my sources have told me, that the Republicans who are really on this, like you said, are Representative Gaetz, Rand Paul, Devin Nunes, Ron Johnson. Those are the top four that are really pushing for things. And you'll notice the people who are pushing to get the intel on Wuhan declassified is mainly those four. My own Congressman, Mike Garcia, had mentioned at an appearance that he's talking with former Secretary Pompeo about what he knows about it and trying to find out more for a House committee that is now looking into not just the Wuhan lab leak, but all of the things that China is doing within our country.
Okay, so is it your opinion then that China intentionally developed this SARS-CoV-2 as a bioweapon against the United States?
I believe that they intentionally developed it for possible use as a bioweapon. I'm not going to say that they intentionally released it to the United States, even though that's looking increasingly likely from the things that I've seen. They did all kinds of research, as we know, on the gain of function research and all of that. And the U.S., as we know from other things, paid for a good portion of that. And if you look at the Wall Street Journal, there was a piece published around the same time my pieces were coming out talking about this certain amino acid sequence that was found in the genome of SARS-CoV-2 that is known among genetic researchers and bio researchers as a marker for when something is engineered.
Okay. There's just a few questions that Gaetz asked Ray when I'm reading through your article. When did you become aware of your agency's interface with Dr. Young? When did you review those WeChat messages? So there were some type of WeChat messages that the defector was able to show the FBI to prove that
the DIA.
this in fact the DIA. I'm sorry, thank you. The DIA, that to prove that this he was absolutely legit.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that he's told them, they've been able to confirm through their own channels.
So our government, according to your article, now has additional evidence that the virus killed 600,000 Americans, sickened millions more, nearly destroyed our economy, and inflicted untold collateral damage, was a bioweapon created by the Chinese military and deliberately released. So you say pause for a moment and consider that. We kind of touched on that. A little bit, but I think we're in Jennifer. We're just in scary times. If you can, I want to keep you through the break because we only have a minute for the break. Can you stick with me, or do you have to go somewhere?
I can stick with you.
Okay, all right. So we have. Why don't you just give us tell me your concerns about what's happening, what you're seeing versus what you're not seeing, what you'd like to see in 30 seconds. We'll come back after the break.
Main thing at this moment is when we're so concerned on Delta variant and masks that we're not looking into the origins of this virus. That's getting looked over. Yeah, that is a scary concern. I'm concerned that we are just ignoring the Chinese threat, and I'm afraid, I'll be honest with you, I'm afraid if we don't do something about it, if we don't pay attention to the Chinese threat soon, I think they are going to be the number one superpower. I don't want that to happen. We'll be back after the break. I'm speaking with Jennifer Van Laar. She is the managing editor at redstate.com.